we're with each other. We're growing. You know what I mean? So,
is it a thing for you?
Talk being light skin?
Yeah, like, do you get it? Like, when girls be like, nah, you too light skin for me.
They be saying everything. I'm like a pretty boy, or I'm like conceited, or something like that. But in real deal, I don't like attention, and I'm real shy, so I would not approach a woman.
And that's how most light skinned dudes are, you know. But they gotta paint that narrative that we're arrogant and we're stuck up. We're not like that at all. All right, and even if we were, who gives a shit? Like, who gives a shit? Like, why we have to be extremely open when these other groups don't have to be? Like, come on.
Because our companies, they be thinking it's like real up there, but it's like mid level country. So
just thought you have. Or you just got the sauce, it ain't a problem for you. So you just got the sauce, it ain't a problem for you, or you be getting that light skin comment too?
what was the question again?
Do you get, like, is it an obstacle for you? Like, the girls be telling you, oh, no, you too light skinned for me.
Or they don't want to be with me because I'm light skinned?
Yeah, does any girl ever tell you
Like, how often is that?
Yeah.
Well, it happens too damn, but just being like light skinned, like, I really think they're scared of us. You feel me? No, we got the good looks.
That's exactly what it is, bro. That's what it is. You know, this brother he's on point with it. He said they're scared of us, meaning they're intimidated by good-looking men. That's all it is. It's nothing wrong with light-skinned men at all. You know, they already attracted to y'all. You know, they just intimidated by good-looking men, and they just have to make assumptions about light-skinned men, and these assumptions are not based in reality. All right? That's all it is. All right, when I say light-skinned dudes are feminine, that shit ain't real. But let's keep going.
That's what I feel like. What's y'all thoughts on that?
Y'all gotta understand that light-skinned people, light-skinned men and women, we are a very attractive group of people. That's what we're known for. We're known for not only our talent, but the way that we look. And we're so beautiful, and our babies are so beautiful. We can intimidate other groups of people when we walk past. That's why we trigger them so much. You know, we bring their insecurities out just based off how we look. All right? This happens with men when they try to approach light-skinned women and vice versa. All right? Shit, I be coming across some fine-ass light-skinned girls like that too. I be like, damn. And I be scared to say something. You know, I've actually seen it vice versa. Or they were too afraid to say something to me. It's just how we are. And the only way that you can really get over that is if you surround yourself around other light-skinned people and you just get used to each other. That's really it.
I think that I've dated light-skinned dudes before, but my man now is darker skin, and I don't know. I just feel like more like in my feminine energy with him. I do think sometimes that the light-skinned dudes, they think they're cuter than you, and that's not a problem. Like you know, you have confidence. You know that you're pretty, but just all of that X, Y, and Z, like looking in a mirror and doing a story and stop.
I told y'all that we the homo, we sexy as hell. We're so attractive to them that when we look in the mirror and we look at our lips, that brings their insecurities out. That's how attractive that we are when we have look to us. That makes them so insecure to the point where that makes them insecure that we look in the mirror. That's how physically intimidated they are by us, but they're also sexually attracted to us. All right. And what she said is that when she's with a dark-skinned man, it makes her feel like she can rest in her femininity. What she's saying is that dark-skinned men, since they're more unattractive physically, she feels more safe around them. Meaning, she could mean like she knows that women are not really after him based off his physical appearance, so she can rest in her spot knowing that, you know, nobody's going to take her man, even though that's usually not the case. Like, these dudes still be cheating on them more than light-skinned dudes do. All right? But they often reject light-skinned men because of their insecurities. All right? And getting rejected. So they'll reject a light-skinned dude first sometimes. Sometimes they reject a light-skinned dude. They'll just have a one-night stand. They'll make it a fling thing with light-skinned men, where they'll just have sex with light-skinned men one time and then ghost you. You know what I'm saying? Because they fear rejection from light-skinned men. They don't want to get played. Women fear rejection, not only front-end rejection, meaning, you know, them starting to talk to you. You say, I'm not interested. They feel that rejection as well. They also fear what you call backhand rejection. like getting cheated on and getting played and things like that. You know, so when she's with a dark skinned man, since he's not that as attractive, she feels more safe of not getting played, basically. Even though they play the hell out of them like a damn drum, they even make them compete with each other. But that's just how we perceived. It's different. When dark skinned men are attractive, they're viewed as more as ladies' men. We're not. It's just what it is. We're viewed as guys who have a lot of girls, who play girls. That's how they perceive us. You know, we get all these women. You know what I'm saying? We cold blooded. We hearted. That's how they just view us. It's what it is.
Go ahead. I got some questions for you.
I just wanted to piggyback off of what Star said. She is 100% correct. I feel her when she says that she feels more in her feminine energy with her man because he is of darker skin. Not all light skinned men make me feel that way, but most of them have. And I feel like darker complexion, they're more in their masculine energy for me, in my take, honestly.
I think it also goes back to like getting deeper. Like men that are darker was in the field. You know what I'm saying? So they were more.
That's not true. Like I said, it's so many lies about history, and you know this society is just based off narrative. And this society, they lie on light skinned men so much about their origins and things like that. The house in the field Negro was not based off skin tone. It was based off of the rapport that the slave owners had with that house Negro going back to their childhood. They already told you that the Willie Lynch letter is not real, but you got Negroes who are out here keep trying to act like it's real. All right. Even in the movie Django, the house Negroes were all dark skinned because it wasn't based on skin tone. Willie Lynch was not a real letter, and it's funny because I got into it a little bit in the TikTok comment section with this black guy talking. He was acting like the Willie Lynch letter was real, and I told him it wasn't real, and he knew it wasn't real because he responded. He said, "Well, it applies today." I said, "Well, of course it applies today if you're walking around acting like it's real." You know, they're just regurgitating lies. All right, you had white slaves, like in the early Americas. You had Caucasian slaves who were in servitude. So I'm gonna do reaction videos on this. You had black slave owners. You had mulatto slave owners who owned black people. All type of shit. But slavery is just based off of, you know, they just make up stories and lies and narratives, you know, about slavery. And half these people their ancestors wasn't even slaves. Like a lot of mulattoes wasn't even slaves. Because we fought against slavery. Dark-skinned men, a lot of them didn't even fight against slavery. You know, mulatto men, I remember reading and watching this video, and they talk about, remember the term ruddy that we was going over, meaning light skin or reddish, light brown? There's even an article back then was talking about how they had a problem with ruddy Negroes and how light-skinned ruddy Negroes were extremely rebellious, and they were often even killed if they tried to enslave light-skinned men. Light-skinned men would automatically rebel, and they would try to kill their slave owners. Those young light-skinned mulatto boys would kill their slave owners. All right, dark-skinned men didn't fight against slavery like that. They didn't. Even if you look at even in recent history, the slave revolts were mostly led by light-skinned or mulatto men. All right, we never were really, you know, we always been rebellious and fought back. And it's just
Or masculine, and then it's like, so we have just been, we've been groomed this way to where like the lighter men think that they're, you know, they're a little bit pretty. Yeah, they think they're a little prettier. So.
And that's another thing. Women, period, but especially black women, they're drawn to anything that's pretty much self-destructive. You know, drinking, smoking. If you're a man, tattoos on your face. Pretty much anything that's self-destructive is going to be attractive to them. So when they come across a light-skinned dude that's just so handsome and they attract to him, it's like can be a turn off because it brings their insecurities out. Y'all know how this shit go.
I think,
What's your preference?
my preference is dark skin ultimately, but I would definitely date a light skin because I feel like it's not demeanor. It is demeanor. It's mostly demeanor, but most light skins, yes, their demeanor is kind of like pretty boy, kind of like princess, like you said, and we want tougher, more masculine.
He's ready.
And I just that light skins are masculine because, like I said, it's about demeanor. I've seen light skinned men who definitely do give that demeanor. I don't want to say a dark skinned demeanor, but a masculine. Yeah.
All right, so I know you want to piggyback on that. You got a lot to say. So what?
And thank you.
All right, you light skinned dudes. Don't be trying to fit in with today's standards. You know, be who you are. Be yourself. If you you don't have to fit into their standards, and that comes from the over integration of the two ethnic groups, or they got us trying to prove ourselves to them, and you know, and I feel like it's really because light skinned women they kind of force y'all to do that. You know, but if light skinned women didn't do that, I feel like light skinned men wouldn't be the ones who are like that. They wouldn't really be trying to prove themselves like that. But be who you are. Be yourself. All right. That's what it is.
All right, so first question is, of course, it's called spade a spade. I'm not saying I disagree with you.
Mm-hmm.
Hold every relationship on its own merit. That's all I ask.
Absolutely.
And when I say that, who raised a light-skinned man? Whether or not it was a white woman or a melanated woman. So it begins with the mother, whether or not the father's not there. Whether or not. But then also at the same time, okay, then and now church was up to government. And it keeps going. So it also coincides that maybe also it has to deal with a little bit lesson that we have of just our purity because of the infiltration of our DNA. So can we have grace within that as well? Because of the fact we're not just coming at you like, we want to come at you and say, yeah, I can be aggressive to you, but why do I have to slap you in the face so hard? I want to slap you. I will. I'll choke you. But it's like, there's a difference between, for myself, there's a difference between aggression and pain. And when it comes to aggression, I'm asserting myself. I'm taking initiative. Aggressive doesn't have a positive connotation on at all whatsoever. So when it comes to, I feel like though you're maybe one of the reasons you're saying you feel more feminine with a darker man is because of the fact they don't give you the option to even feel as though you can speak, so they put you in a submissive era and in a submissive mindset. But you feel as though submissiveness is like, okay, I'm a woman now because I'm supposed to be submissive by society.
So you're sitting here agreeing. So you agree that you feel like there is a character difference between darker men and light skinned men.
They perceive.
You know, let me say this: a lot of these bras, they're like getting hit upside the head and cold cocked and spoken down to because they like to get some type of energy from it. But these women like that, these are bitches and hoes. These ain't women. All right, only women like being talked down to. Only hoes and stuff like to be talked down to like that and hit upside the head. You know, stay away from women like that. You know, long eyelashes and long ass fingernails and all this other shit. These bitches are succubuses.
Themselves to have that, and so you get a lot of times a woman's not going to take a light-skinned man serious when he tries to even invoke aggression because it's like you're just trying to be dark-skinned. Oh, that's not
facts. That's why I say it's a double-edged sword, and that's what comes with trying to. That's why I'm trying to let you guys know it's just a setup. It's just a setup to get y'all to prove yourselves. And once you do it, all they're gonna do is just say is gaslight you and just. You're saying you're just trying to be dark skinned anyway. We don't even take you seriously. That's what they're going to fault. That's what they're going to pin it as. You know, it's just what it is. So you might as well just be yourself. All right. If dark skinned women want to deal with light skinned men, they need to come in our world. We're not finna keep trying to prove ourselves. They need to prove themselves to us. All right. If these women they want to get with you. They got to change the way they act. All right. That's the problem that we having here.
So, do y'all agree? He said he agrees that like dark skinned men do tend to just be more assertive and I only feel like
yeah, but he's saying that towards women though. He's not saying that y'all being assertive towards men. Y'all are assertive towards men, but it's usually the men that look like y'all. But when it comes to being assertive to other groups of men, y'all get real. As soon as y'all cross that stop sign, y'all ain't bad no more. On y'all block, you niggas is not bad. All right, everybody knows it, but I
only feel like that's the case because that's what the world, the internet, they try to show off like for that image, like, oh yeah, light skin, but can I?
yeah.
Oh yeah, they be like light skinned niggas are just like more like they always try to show us off like, oh, he just soft, it's this and that, but that's not the case. Like it's just the fact that everybody always says that. And that's what makes it, you know what I'm saying, that way.
Yeah, it's not based in reality. I mean, or real history. I mean, you can make a case that dark-skinned men are soft because them niggas is always enslaved. If they so damn masculine, then why the fuck they become slaves and conquered by all groups of men? So it don't even make sense. I'm gonna make a part 2 to this.